Now, a survey published today reveals that appearance is a major source of unhappiness for our children.
Girls are twice as dissatisfied about the way they look as boys, and joining us now to discuss this issue is Louise Dawson, a psychologist from Manchester University. I'll be honest, these findings don't surprise me at all. I can remember just being very unhappy tutting and slamming doors. It says 22% of schoolgirls in the survey are unhappy.
Yeah.
Is that a huge amount?
I wouldn't say that's a huge amount, anything that we wouldn't expect to find, really. There's a lot of pressure on children, particularly girls' appearance and the magazines everywhere. It's, you know, it's...
Is there more pressure on my daughters than there might have been on Jemma when she was their age, do you think? Have times changed as you've grown up and we've grown up?
Yeah, possibly times have changed, and there's a lot more media around and a lot more people reporting what somebody looks like from one day to the next. So there could be, but I remember there was still quite a lot of pressure on even teenagers years ago.
Just to look like each other, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And mine to look like what was in the magazines.
Exactly.
You just wanted to look like
you've...
everybody else,
yeah.
and your mum wouldn't let you wear the right clothes, and you were a social outcast,
exactly.
weren't you?
If I'm honest, I don't think it's just the magazines, because we're actually going statistic crazy, aren't we? So every time something like this is published, we jump on it because it's interesting to us. So are we putting pressure on them as well by saying, you know, you're unhappy with your appearance?
It's probably a mixture of things that's contributing to that, and I suppose the statistics are there because the problem's there. The statistics aren't made up. So the fact that we point them out doesn't mean we're making it worse. I wouldn't say. They're just reporting what the children have told them from what I've read in the report.
And what's going to happen with these statistics going forward? How will they use them in a positive way?
I suppose they could use them in a positive way. I mean, from what I've read in the report, it really highlights the fact of how much support families need, because there's a lot of issues around the conflict that upsets children, and how that children can be supported to deal with any family conflict, or to deal with having all these pressures on them at school, friends and all the rest of it. I think it really highlights how much support children need as well.
Tell them they're lovely. I mean, tell them you love them and tell them they're lovely, and give them a real sense of, being wanted and loved and having a reasonable positive self-image. I mean, we turn it on its head. If 22% are unhappy, 78% are reasonably happy with the way they look, which for modern teenagers is probably pretty good, isn't it?
And what you say there, Andy, is such a simple thing. You just say it like it's just a natural thing, which is lovely. But some people struggle with that, and that's where you sometimes get unconfident children, and that progresses to unconfident teenagers and so on and so forth.
Just to follow that up, I'm sorry, I just want to follow this because I'm interested as a parent. Can I overpraise my children, though? Can I turn them into a precocious little princess by telling them everything they do is wonderful and everything is marvellous, and then they don't have any sense of scale, if you follow me?
This is a concern parents do have. Even spoiling babies is a concern, all the way through spoiling little children. And we often say we don't see children in psychology departments, please see this child, they've been overpraised. That doesn't happen. So my opinion would be no.
Really?
Yeah.
OK.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Praise away.
Thank you.
So, just very quickly, parenting skills, is it something then that I could learn, Andy could learn, or is it something we have naturally?
A lot of people do have them naturally, and we always say good enough parenting. Everyone's going to make the odd mistake or shout or, whatever. Good enough parenting is good enough. There are lots of support for parenting. Governments are talking about getting
there's
more
a guide for
support.
dads coming out, isn't there?
Yeah, there's
new
all
parents,
sorts
dads
of
of new kids, and how to bond with baby and how to have a relationship with your partner and all that.
Because it's all come to light that how important parenting is. So there's websites, as I mentioned earlier, about parenting, parent courses, because it is really important for parents to...
Wonderful.
To know how to manage children, because you don't get instructions.
No, they don't come with a manual.
And you can't send them back. Thank you very much.
I'm biting my tongue at that one. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thanks very much.